Broncos country, happy Friday. It is not a super happy Friday right now for JK Dobbins. We're going to get into the news talking about not only out for the Kansas City game, but is now it's looking like he's going to miss significant time past this game. And so, hey, we're going to get back into where does the running back room go from here? Who do we sign to probably a practice squad? And what are keys to the game now going up against the Kansas City Chiefs without JK Dobbins? Y'all be sure to smash that like and subscribe. Want to also give a shout out to Kalshi. They are going to be now my new sponsor of the channel. We have more info coming soon. We'll take a look at the predictive market here at the end with the Broncos Chiefs. But guys, sports prediction market, they're the top in the world, the best odds. Predict sports on Kalshi, baby. So let's go ahead and get started, y'all. Ian Rappaport reporting J.K. Dobbins will be out on Sunday versus the Chiefs with a significant foot injury and is believed to be out for the foreseeable future, per me and Tom Pelissero. Dobbins is still working through options, and while there's no final determination, IR remains a possibility. So, taking a look at the language used here, IR is a possibility. That means he would be gone for 4 games. You're going to see the Broncos make a decision tomorrow. If they put Dobbins on IR, that does mean that he'll miss the next 4 games. If they don't put him on IR, I think that means that they believe that he can be back. Let's see. Let me pull up the schedule here before we play Green Bay Sunday, December 14th. So that might kind of be the target with a low grade foot strain. Based on like what I've seen with the Twitter doctor saying, this could be anywhere from like a 2 to 4 week injury or 3 to 5 week. Let's hope it's it's a shorter timeline. But yeah, this is a big blow with J.K. Dobbins missing practice. It's also looking like Pat Surtain also isn't going to play along with Nate Atkins. We can pull up the injury report right here as well. We can kind of get the participation here. You guys can see Garrett Wallow, he's going to be questionable, but he was a full participant all week, so that's good. Jonah Ellis is also out, so Dondrea Tillman, Q Robinson are going to have to step up as one of the backup edges. And Alex Singleton, of course, going to be out. But good to see that. Looks like Marvin Mims, John Franklin Myers, these guys are all in good shape. We'll see if Trent Sherfield still suits up with old Jordan Humphrey here. That's going to be something to keep in mind. But where do the Broncos go from here? RJ Harvey, he absolutely has to be the back that you're feeding, right? RJ Harvey is definitely that guy, and we got to see what he can do with like 15 carries. I would be very, very interested to see what he can do. We'll take a look at his stats here in just a moment, but the guys that I want the Broncos to kind of bring in, because with J.K. Dobbins being out, with RJ Harvey, Jaleel McLaughlin, and Tyler Bidet, you don't exactly have a bruiser running back that you can elevate to get those tough short yardage conversions. Adam Prentice, our fullback, is probably the best guy to do that on like a 3rd or 4th and 1. He's shown to run those fullback dives really well. But I shared this earlier this week. Guys, bring in Gus Edwards. Right now, he's not signed to a practice squad or a team. And I think at this stage, he's a very quality signing. Again, somebody similar to Mercedes Lewis that you can have on the practice squad. You can elevate them for like 4 games and then make a determination what you're going to do with them after that. But last year for the Chargers, had 3.6 yards per attempt, 4 touchdowns, 17 first downs. He was much better in Baltimore in 2023, and I believe he also had some injuries last year with the Chargers as well. But I think that he's a quality short yardage back. When you take a look like at his PFF, let's take a look at his pass blocking, because that's another need that we have. We have smaller backs right now. Gus Edwards is 6'1", 238 pounds. He can pass block, and the pass grades, as you can see from here last year, that show that he can do that now, except this game against Kansas City. Hey, But that's just one game. Out of the rest of the year, you can see grading out just fine when it comes to pass blocking. On the year, gave up 2 pressures, 2 hurries, no hits, no sacks last year. So 30 and a half years old, that's plenty fine. Hey, Latavius Murray had a nice season here when he signed with us a few seasons ago. Maybe we even bring him out of retirement, like some people have suggested. But Gus Edwards, a few years younger than Latavius Murray, and if he gets along with JK Dobbins, right? Why not come to your third team with JK Dobbins and the team that he wants to remain on, the Denver Broncos, baby? I would love to have Gus Edwards here. And with this offensive line that I think is much better than what LA had last year, you could see him average more than the 3.6 yards per carry, right? So, yeah, I want to see more Gus Edwards here, baby. That's going to be my hope. Now, let's get to RJ Harvey. Obviously, has not been great in pass protection, but he is a big time weapon, and he's somebody that we need to see involved in this game more moving forward. So you can see he had a career high 14 rushing attempts against the Cincinnati Bengals for a 4.1 yard average, 58 yards. But with JK Dobbins out, this is what we're going to need from RJ Harvey, 5'9", 208 pounds. We're going to need double-digit carries. And honestly, for being the 60th overall pick, hey, I'm ready to see what he can do with, a starter's workload. I really am, because he has showcased the vision, the ability to make guys miss. Yards after contact, a little over 3 yards. You'd like to see that improve, but hey, you'll take it. Absolutely. And let's see what he can get cooking, because he's definitely better than the 55.1 elusiveness rating that PFF has, or whatever it is, man. You see also in the receiving game, 25 receptions this year on 28 targets, 123 routes run on the year. Interesting. And no drops. So he's 175 yards in receiving. Let's see what he can do, man. I would love to see, when you're talking about a snap count for him, I mean, let's go to this offense right here, because I don't think they're giving the right snap counts here. Yeah, it's 17 the week prior against Las Vegas. I think that it at least needs to be, 32 or 33 snaps that we see from RJ Harvey this week. And I'm excited to see it, man. I absolutely am pumped about it. And I'll get to your guys' comments here in just a moment, what you guys think about this. But hey, let's take a look at Kalshi as well, man. Shout out to them. New sponsor of David Talks Broncos. Right now, man, all this money is going towards KC. And so, hey, you put a little bit of cash on the Denver Broncos, you can see $10 right here, man. If they win, you make a nice $17 profit on that. So I'm definitely going to be messing around with Kalshi leading up to this game. Again, I should have a promo code out here in the coming days, so you guys will be able to sign up through that. If you guys want to get started, links in the description to Kalshi.com. RJ Harvey, I love this. 48 cents. Scoring a touchdown, dude. So essentially, double your money for an anytime touchdown. I think that would be great. Now, I'll get to a few of your comments. Obviously, this is not ideal, but Tyler Bidet, Jaleel McLaughlin, these guys are going to have opportunities to prove that they belong on the roster. And, man, I'm excited for it. So let's go ahead and get to a few of your comments. Appreciate you guys. Be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. If you're watching on X, come over to YouTube. It helps the channel tremendously. And that way you're not going to miss when I go live, when I drop videos every single day. Let's see what we got here. JK Dobbins is the only one on offense right now that actually has a pulse. And I would agree with you, JP. You're absolutely right. This is a monumental loss that we have right now. And again, we're going to need somebody to step up, just like what we've seen with the offensive line. Technically, I know that Palcho is a little bit better than your fourth string left guard, right? But technically, man, he's the fourth guy that we put in there at left guard, and we've barely noticed him over the past couple days or games, which has been great. I hope we can have at least somewhat of that sort of feeling this week with RJ Harvey. It's time for him to prove that he has starter upside, right? No doubt about it. David, hope you're doing well, man. Well, RJ need to earn a spot, and please don't run side to side because linebackers are too fast to run up the run. Please don't run side to side because the linebackers are too fast. Run up the damn middle. Yes, let's see him hit this hole decisively, make decisive cutbacks. Obviously, it needs to happen. I have been wanting to see RJ Harvey in some traditional behind center rush looks, having Bo Nix behind center rather than just out of shotgun. So let's see how that looks. I know that a lot of people, much smarter than me have been calling for that as well to see RJ get run looks from like a traditional single eye set. Hopefully we get that. Broncos need to poach Jaquindon Jackson from the Jags practice squad if JK is out for a bit. Well, let's go ahead and see who Jaquindon Jackson is, guys. This is going to be fun. Jaquindon Jackson. Okay. He is a free agent out of Arkansas. UDFA this year out of Arkansas. Let's go see what he did last year at the University of Arkansas. And look at this, 6'2", 333 pounds. So very similar size to Gus Edwards. Let's see what he did running the ball. So at Arkansas this past year, 800 yards on 149 attempts. It's a 5.4 yards per carry, 15 touchdowns to 2 fumbles. You'll take that all the time. 27 runs over 10 yards. And was an even split. 74 zone runs to 73 gap. Right now, I feel like we're definitely running a lot more zone, but that's nice to see that he can do a little bit of both. And yeah, why stick with the Jaguars if you're given the opportunity maybe to move over to the Broncos practice squad? Again, we got like Deuce Vaughn on the practice squad who's like, 5'6". We got are small running backs right now. We need a thumper. We need a bruiser, somebody that can get those tough yards. Jaquindon Jackson could have the opportunity to come out here. How about that? Yeah, you got me sold. I'm sold. And he caught 13 to 14 targets for 139 yards last year at the University of Arkansas. So, dude, this is what I love getting on here, talking live with you guys. Is you guys come up with some great ideas too, man. I'm a fan. Gus the Bus would be fine. Gus the Bus would be a lot of fun, man. And Estime, no, thank you, man. We've already been through that. We tried to make it happen. I think if we had any interest in Audric Estime, he'd be back on the practice squad. Now, another guy to keep an eye out for, but I don't necessarily think fits this role, is Blake Watson. He should be recovered from his injury that he suffered in preseason. Keep an eye on him to see if we bring him back to the practice squad. Lone Voice, we all knew Dobbins was made of glass. Is this really a story? Who cares, man? Who cares? Lone Voice, have you been watching the Broncos, man? JK Dobbins has been one of our best players, but we knew he had an injury history, and you can go back and watch all my videos throughout the offseason. I said, I don't care if we get him for just 10 games. He's absolutely worth it. And, hey, here, right now, it's looking like, he might play 10 games, but if he doesn't go on IR tomorrow, guys, that is going to be a great sign that we're going to have him back, not only for the playoffs, but probably to help in the regular season. So hopefully with the bye week, man, he only misses the Chiefs game and Commanders game and then can be back as soon as Vegas or Green Bay. You probably don't even need to play him against Las Vegas, man. We'll see. But albeit, dude, we only scored 10 points on them. So I wonder what's going on with Michael Burton. Yeah, I think he's done for the whole year. I think when they put him on IR, it was totally season ending. So I know, and this is just what happens sometimes with injury players, man. Dobbins' health this year has been great. It's just a bullshit tackle. It could have happened to anybody. I mean, yes, football is a physical sport. It's a physical sport. Injuries happen, man. I'm glad that it's not like a knee injury for him, but a foot sprain, it's not ideal either. So yeah, we need we need our running game to step up. We need Bo Nix to use his legs a little bit more, no doubt about it, in the passing game, and with maybe we incorporate some design runs. I don't want too many design runs. Don't turn them into Jackson Dart, right? But yeah, JK Dobbins, it is a story. Foot sprain for JK. Foot sprain on the hip drop. Computer Blue 4186, great name by the way, says, I don't have much faith in Harvey. He doesn't really have great vision and he's too small to be a workhorse back. I think he demonstrated good vision at UCF, albeit right now, Computer Blue, we haven't exactly seen a super large sample size. I mean, you saw the stat sheet. He's getting what, 4, 5, 6 carries max pretty much every game. Let's see what he can do with a real workload and get in a rhythm. You know, we talk so often about Bo Nix playing with rhythm, but running backs are such rhythm guys as well. And there have been some impressive runs that he's had in which he has he's gotten through some pretty tight holes there and then been able to cut it outside. Let's see what he can do, man. But if I still think you can get 15 really good carries out of RJ Harvey. Maybe not, 20 plus. He's not built like TD. He's not built like Clinton Portis, okay? But I think you can get 15 really quality rushes out of him, plus the receiving work. Let's see what else we got here. If Harvey can't get going in between the tackles and prove he can pass protect, I'm worried Sean will resort to the three-headed madness that we've seen the last 2 years, and we all know how that went. I think that that's a totally reasonable claim right now. And again, want to give everybody a shout out here. We got over 100 people watching. Please, please help out the stream. Send JK Dobbins some good luck with the football god. Smash that like and subscribe, and let's hope that JK can get back on here soon. But JP saying, if Harvey can't get going between the tackles and prove he can pass protect, Maurice-Sean will resort to the three-headed monster we saw the last 2 years, or madness rather. And yeah, I don't know right now if he necessarily has a guy that he trusts to the level of JK. And one thing to watch this week against Kansas City is how much leash does he give RJ when it comes to, well, I don't even know if he'll be the third down back because he hasn't been, because he has had some lapses in pass protection that, I mean, almost lost us, for instance, that Philly game. We're lucky that that fumble call was reversed as a pass. I still thought it was a fumble, to be honest with you. So I think Tyler Bidet is going to be that third down guy. He's going to be the guy in the 2-minute. We need Tyler Bidet to not drop passes. In spurts, Bidet has been great. Jaleel McLaughlin, he's going to get activated, man. Can you show some vision? I hope Sean Payton doesn't keep too tight of a leash on RJ Harvey because his ceiling is so much higher than Jaleel McLaughlin or Tyler Bidet if he can get going. Absolutely. I know, dude. Now we hate the Raiders even more for that hip drop tackle. I'm absolutely with you. C-Tart Designs. Oh, Hydra Ammo. Are we getting back to the trade deadline? Man, you know how to win me over. I love talking trades. Makes me think, why didn't we trade a third rounder for Breece Hall? We have that Saints 4th round pick that's basically a late third since they suck. Dude, you're absolutely right. I talked about in the offseason, in summer, in training camp, even as the regular season started. Guys, running backs, they get injuries. We need depth there. I know it might cost a little bit, but how about Alvin Kamara, baby? It's the Saints. They're going nowhere. What are we doing? But I know that he probably would have been a little bit more expensive than Breece Hall, but Breece Hall would have been a great acquisition as well. And for the price of a third-round pick, oh, man, that would have been nice. Granted, you do have to sign him to a contract extension, I want to say, if you acquire him, because isn't he a free agent this year? But it would have been nice to acquire another running back. Absolutely. And then the week after the trade deadline, man, this happens. Just disastrous. If you're wondering some other names that are available in free agency that we could bring onto the practice squad and elevate for a few games, Deontay Foreman. He's like really the only other guy with proven production that could pass block and run in short yardage. I still would prefer Gus Edwards over Deontay Foreman. Static, what's going on, man? Y'all be sure to subscribe to Static. He is absolutely crushing it, especially over on TikTok. So all love to Static, big time Broncos fan. He puts out quality content, so please go hit up Static, baby. He only produces like 70% of a high-end deal. Who are we talking about? Sorry. Let's go look at some more RJ Harvey stats, though. And then I'll shut this thing down. All right, RJ Harvey. We'll bring this up here. You can see it, RJ Harvey, only 2 rushes right now, over 10 yards. That honestly does surprise me a little bit. I thought it was a little bit better than that. He does have a rush of 50 yards against Tennessee. Those were very nice. And then the 40-yard rush against Dallas for the touchdown was fantastic. Oh, and I guess we're actually still running a little bit more gap than we are zone. 27 gap runs to 18 zone. Let's take a look at like rushing direction. I very rarely look at this, but I will find this to be interesting, I'm sure. The majority of his yards are coming in between Quinn Miners and Luke Wattenberg in that A gap, averaging 12 yards per attempt, but only 5 rushes out there. Seems to be getting the majority of his work out on the right edge. The left A gap and out on the edge towards the left. So a lot of outside runs. Yards after contact. I mean, dude, yeah, on that one run, I mean, that was fantastic. I think the one against Tennessee was where he got a lot of that. 49 yards after contact. I think that was that run. So not a ton of data to really draw much conclusion from with RJ Harvey, but 4.8 yards per attempt. Kansas City, they are letting up barely anything on the ground. Let me pull that up here so you guys got an idea of how they're playing the run. Why don't they give the team defense stats on ESPN? Why do I have to look it up on the totals? Sorry, guys. Kansas City, they're giving up 90. Oh, no, they're giving up 104 rushing yards per game. We are at 91.2 we give up per game. Now they're going to be without Pacheco, but they still got some other running backs, man, that you need to watch out for, including Brashard Smith. Yeah, 104. That honestly surprises me. I thought it would be a little bit lower than that, but that's still very good in the grand scheme of things. You take a look at it. And yeah, that puts them around like just outside the top 10, I think, when it comes to rushing defense. Yeah, we'll see. But one of the top teams still, number 4 in points per game at 17.7. We're at 17.3. This is going to have to be like an RJ Harvey legacy game. No doubt about it. Let's see what else we got here. JP saying Harvey had the juice and the vision on the run he had week 1 against the Titans as well against the Cowboys, and he gets better each week as a joker catching passes. If we get that Harvey, we'll be just fine. Strez seems to be awfully confident in RJ having a good game this week. He said, hey, I want to be surprised if he has around 125 all-purpose yards. If that's the case, JP, Broncos country, then we're going to be in great position to win this game. But a lot of pressure is going to be put on RJ Harvey to ball out in this game. And I think more so, I want to see Bo Nix really step up. We got a lot to play for. We got JK Dobbins down. We got Alex Singleton out due to cancer. So we better be in there focused, determined, ready to roll. We got everybody clowning on this offense and Bo Nix. Let's go out there and play our best game. because if we win this game, we're going to be in a fantastic position to win the AFC West for the first time in 10 years. All you got to do is take care of the home games. We've already won a handful of road games, so just take care of the home games. It would have been almost free to get Hall from the Jets. If he walked in free agency, couldn't we get a comp pick? Oh, I'm not super tied into like how we get comp picks, but that would make sense, right? Because he would be a tier 1 free agent. So we would get something from him as long as we weren't one of the biggest spenders in free agency, which we're going to have cap space. But I think with some of the extensions that we've signed, we're not necessarily going to have like top 5 cap space. If VJ goes to be a head coach after this year, we could get a third anyways. Would have been free. Another wonderful point. And guys, I'll be honest. I don't want Vance Joseph to go. I think he has been incredible. Now, has he been perfect? No, but no coordinator ever is. We have a fantastic defense, and I love the way in which he calls it outside of sometimes going man on 3rd and 17, like those sorts of situations, right? But I would love Vance to be here, just like Steve Spagnuolo has been with the Kansas City Chiefs for this whole run. Mahomes doesn't have 3 Super Bowls without Steve Spagnuolo. No, he doesn't. And, as intrigued as we are with Jim Leonard, you know what you got with Vance Joseph right now, and he's a very, very good coordinator. I wonder, if I'm a team looking for a coach, I absolutely have to consider him, no doubt about it. It would be nice that we could get some draft compensation for him leaving, no doubt about it. But I want him to stick around. I'm not looking for Vance Joseph to leave. Oh, you're good, Hydra Ammo. I got major ADHD, so dude, you're good, man. But yeah, we did kind of miss in free agency a little bit on running back. It would have been nice to bring somebody else in, but who knows what happens. Foreseeable future would have to mean more than likely mean he won't return before week 16, I'm assuming. So here's the deal, Tariq's burner. So this might not be Tariq, but if he doesn't go on IR, let's pull up the schedule here. So if he doesn't go on IR, I would say that means that they think he can return by, let's see here, by that Packers game, maybe that Raiders game if he's like 100%. But if he goes on IR, that means, yeah, for the foreseeable future, it's going to be at least 4 games. So that would be the Jaguars, maybe comes back for that Chiefs game. And granted, depending on how things go, and if we continue to win games with him out, maybe you just don't bring him back until the playoffs. And I mean, if we just continue to win, baby, right now we could have a first round bye depending on how things shake out. But I'm not going to bank on that right now. But JK Dobbins has been huge. He'd be our first 1,000-yard back. I feel like we've had here in forever. Can't remember the last time we had a 1,000-yard back here. Y'all stat gurus, let me know in the comments. But if he goes on, this is my prediction, and you might be able to make a little combo for this over on Kalshi. If he goes on IR tomorrow, I'm going to say he comes back for the Chiefs game. But if he doesn't go on IR, I think he's back for the Packers game. That's just my hunch. I am not a doctor, or, maybe Mario Vitanzi, Mile High Mario, and Lex Talks Broncos, he'll have a better idea of how long he's actually going to be out. Man, Philip Lindsay was really our last 1,000-yard rusher. Man, that's crazy. Dude, that's insane. Hey, no shade to Philip Lindsay, man, but we should have had another 1,000-yard back since Philip Lindsay. That's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, JP saying would be we would actually get a third and 26 and in 27 if VJ gets a head coaching gig. But I'm with you. VJ is an asset for this defense. Comp picks are great, but not if our defense falls off a cliff. I'm with you, David. And yeah, that's the thing too with like Davis Webb, Jim Leonard. Like I love the fact that these guys are on staff, but hey, these guys are huge question marks. And right now, I'll take what I know we're getting with Vance Joseph, which is I love the style in which we play. It's very different than Vic Fangio's defense, right? Just attacking, blitzes, always putting pressure on you. Like it's so much fun. I like that brand of defense. And we're also on pace to like get like 80 sacks this year. It's insane. We're at 46 right now. My prediction was we would break 70 this year, and we're right there, which might be the NFL record. Have to see. But definitely, the grass isn't always greener sometimes when you lose a coach. We know that after losing Gary Kubiak. Yeah, Tariq saying with the Broncos' current seeding, I wouldn't be surprised if they hold back till he's 110% for the playoff run, especially if RJ fills the role well. Yes. And if RJ fills the role well, then you're absolutely right. Peace of mind. You don't got to freak out at all. And you'll be winning games. JK is the type of running back that helps win you games in the playoffs. No doubt about it. We didn't have that last year. And honestly, we were just happy to be at the dance last year, man. We all knew that we were probably going to get blown out by Buffalo. That happened, but the expectations have changed this year. So, yes, let's be cautious with him. No doubt about it. We need to be. Oh, man, this is a bummer. This is a great point, though, Jackson. JK is probably going to miss his incentive bonuses. That player that hurt him should have to cover his losses. You're absolutely right about that one, man. I'm sure he had a nice fat bonus coming in for a 1,000-yard season. So I'm sure he's going to do whatever he can to get back on the field because, again, he's only like less than 230 yards away from getting that. We got to end the Chiefs' reign, and this is how we do it. Of course, playing amazing defense, getting to the passer, all this. But in terms of offense, man, let's not overthink this. Let's not overthink this. Let's get the ball to Courtland Sutton. Let's integrate Evan Ingram. He has been underutilized. Now, granted, he has kind of sucked at catching the ball consistently, but we need him active in this game as a threat, I think, in order to win this game. And then, of course, get JK Dobbins or RJ Harvey involved in a way in which he's comfortable in, man. But Bo Nix, all this depends on Bo Nix, man. He has to come in playing like how he played against the Chiefs in KC last year, man. He was so calm. Go back and watch those highlights, man. It's stepping up in the pocket, making money throws in tight windows down the field in the clutch, hitting the long ball as well to Courtland Sutton over Trent McDuffie. We need that Bo Nix. We don't need the last 2 weeks that we've gotten. We get 100 yards from RJ, man. Vic's saying that's all we need, man. So can we get some score predictions to end the stream, boys? Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. I'll start first. 21-17 Broncos. Jade Barron calls game on an INT from a tip pass from Travis Kelce. The fraud. God bless Bo Nix. Well, hey, let's put on the foam head, dude. Let's get this party started now. How about this? All right, now I have said we're going to win 2017. That's been my prediction. I'm sticking with 2017, but hey, how about this? How about game-winning touchdown drive from Bo Nix there in the fourth quarter, another fourth quarter comeback. That would be his fifth of the year. We're down 13-17, and who comes up with the big catch? None other than Lil Jordan Humphrey himself, baby. Sean Payton said, I miss you so much. Trent Sherfield sucks so much. Dude, come back, sign with us, and I'll immediately play you and feed you. We need Lil Jordan Humphrey to come in here, not be like last year, but be like what we saw him do with Jarrett Stidham a couple years ago, taking 40-plus yard catches to the house, making guys miss. Lil Jordan Humphrey. Make me forget about A.T. Perry being on our practice squad, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So give me Broncos 20, Chiefs 17 in another instant classic. And shout out, man. Shout out to KW. If you're watching this, He's taking his daughter to the game. It's going to be her first Broncos game ever. How exciting is that? Trent Sherfield is injured. He is sethoid. And he was a full participant today, though. So we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see. Who else we got? Hey, we got 21-20 Broncos. C-Tart Design says. This time we blocked their field goal. Wouldn't that be great? And then we can run on the field like we won the Super Bowl. How about that? Vic saying 22-20. We win on a Benito sack in the end zone. Safety, baby. That's right. It's a 2020 game. We got to punt. We're all pissed off, but Crawshaw pins them on the 1-yard line. We go and get that safety, baby, and the game. That's what I'm talking about. JP saying this is the biggest game we've played in since 2015. We have an opportunity to stomp all over the Chiefs' reign of the AFC West this weekend. Let's go Broncos country. We got to make it happen this game. Yes, we got reasons to be playing for more than just ourselves, right? We got teammates out. Pat Surtain is out. JK Dobbins out. Alex Singleton out. Got to play hard for these guys, man. We got to lock in. Bo Nix. All we need is game manager Bo Nix, man. That's all we need. Game manager Bo Nix was the third best passing season in Denver Broncos history last year. That's all we need. Manage the game, make a few clutch throws, like 2, and I think we can win the game. But just take what the defense gives you, be a quick decision maker, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to go win the game, Bo Nix. And Bo Nix and this team has shown that they're not afraid to go win the game. It's a quality of this team. Man, I love it. Can the Broncos get to Mahomes? The answer will decide the game. SoCal's right. SoCal's absolutely right. We got 31-27. That's Dom saying, man. We got 23-20 Broncos. JP's saying, man. We got Seth Lloyd saying, wow, 24-10 Broncos, man. You need to get on Kalshi, man. Make that play. Most points the Chiefs have scored on us since Bo got here is 16. Give me the dominant win, baby. Man, I'd be thrilled about that. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream, but I greatly appreciate every single one of y'all in here. Y'all got me bricked up, hyped up for the Broncos game this Sunday. Again, thank you, Kalshi, being the new sponsor of the channel. Y'all be sure to like, subscribe. We're going to have more info, promo code for all that stuff coming out here soon. Have a wonderful Friday evening. I'll see you guys here soon. Go Broncos.